or about the future, the muscle tensions are increasing. And anxiety leads to trouble in sleeping. They are not getting good sleep. Whereas a regular student going to school, attending the classes, doing homework, and playing games and sports, getting nice sleep. But whereas 24 hours staying at home, what they do, what they will do, how much time spent for read and write. So irregularly, they may get sleep in the daytime also. They get the sleep in the daytime, they will not get sleep in the right time. Slow, trouble sleeping is there. Irregular sleeping habits happening during pandemic time. Anxiety, fifth one is trouble concentration. This is another problem, concentration. So from since morning till evening, staying at home, they're seeing the brothers and sisters, or and the single child, to whom he will see, to whom he will talk, to whom he will sharing his knowledge, his happiness and unhappiness. And also, how much time is spent with the parents, it leads to trouble concentration. That is called as anxiety. So during pandemic period, those who are suffering with anxiety, how to manage their anxiety at their home. Number one, pay attention to child's feelings. Wherever they sit, wherever they stand, and to whom they like the games, to whom they like to read and write. Attention is a get happiness and decrease anxiety. And second one is stay calm when your child becomes anxious. When you feel anxious, be calm. Close your eyes and take slow breathing. Take understanding the breathing. Close your eyes and also start the positive thoughts. It reduces anxiety levels. The third one and second one is punish mistakes. Suppose you have done any mistakes at home when you are about your studies, about the games. Anxious. When you feel anxious, be calm. Punishment, close your eyes. Some of the students and they are hitting themselves, slow, are hitting the walls, take and standing the breathing, or shout, close your eyes, so that and also if anybody is doing the positive such behaviors, it reduces anxiety levels. Please. The third one and second one is punish and ask mistakes. Don't punish mistakes. Suppose you have done any mistakes when you are about your studies, about the games. When you feel anxious, be calm. Punishment, close your eyes. Some of the students are hitting themselves. Are hitting the walls. Take and standing the breathing. Or shout, close your eyes. So that and also start doing such behavior. And also if you are to whom you like to speak with your friends about your studies, about your future, about your knowledge. It reduces sharing your information, sharing your anxiety reduces. Coming into the third one is the trauma. What do you mean the trauma? The trauma means have difficulty. One is difficulties identifying, difficulty expressing, difficulty managing emotions. We don't know the positive emotions and negative emotions. And also difficulty in helpless or difficulty the fear, that is called as trauma. And also due to cause of the trauma, physiological reactions also is there. What are the physiological reactions in the body? One is heart is pounding. And also, some of the guys that started vomiting feelings. And also, the physiological reactions means loss of bladder control. Loss of bladder control. These are all the symptoms of trauma due to cause of the pandemic period. And also, some of the adolescents suffering with the trauma, That is called as young children display an increase of externalizing, acting out, and internalizing, acting in their behaviors. Number two, a classroom can be an island of safety where the child can build mastery, experiences, and learn to trust again. Trust again. That means classroom is proper environment. Classroom is environment. The teacher and students' relations giving happiness. Regularly, when seeing the teacher, enjoying the class teacher lesson, and enjoying the doubts clarifications, and enjoying the friendship with the teacher, and also enjoying the classmates and benchmates in the schoolroom, enjoying the friends at the school environment during games and sports period, they last. So that's why what I'm saying is classroom can be an island of safety. That is the last during pandemic period. Children traumatized. During traumatized period, say, I can't. The trauma children such as argues a lot. They keep on arguing. Number two, traumatized children can't sit still, restless, hyperactive. They cannot sit constantly. They cannot stand constantly. They keep on moving from one place to another place. That is called as can't sit still, restless, hyperactive. Coming into the trauma children such as the fears. What type of fears? Certain animals and situations are the places. That is called as the trauma of the adolescence. Coming into bereavement. What do you mean the bereavement? The bereavement means a child loses someone important in the life. During lockdown period, those who are lost as important people, who are the important people? Maybe mother, maybe father, maybe brother, maybe sister, maybe teacher, maybe classmate, maybe relative, maybe a neighbor. If you are staying at the apartments, if anybody is suffering with COVID-19, suddenly died or in death, that is called as a child loses someone important in the life. When they loss, the loss also leads to, due to cause of bereavement, one is anxiety. Number two, depression. Depression people not to eat. They may eat more, they may eat less, they cannot get sleep, and the weight reduce. Their face is always pale. Number three, social adjustment. They're not mingle with the people. And the post-traumatic stress PST. The PST people affect these sleeping patterns. They cannot get good sleep. They may get 1 hour, they may get 2 hours, they wake up. Two, experiencing nightmare and also psychological interventions for bereavement students. As a psychology faculty members, as a psychologist, as a counselors, those who are suffering with bereavement problems, please focus on group interventions, behavior therapy, behavior modification. We have different types of play therapists is there. According to their interest, they focus on play therapy. And also, depending on the problem, please focus on cognitive behavioral therapy. This is very, very important for bereavement people at home. Coming into attachment. What do you mean attachment? Attachment means deep emotional bond that connects one person to another person. Emotional bond, attachment. When the student regularly go to school, interact with the students, interact with the parents, interact with the friends, interact with the teacher during pandemic period, when there is no school, when they're staying at the home, they lost attachment. So when they lost their attachment, 5 stages is there. What are the stages? Stage number one, secure. The secure, happy or unhappy when mother leaves or present. Number two, avoidant. Avoidant means distracted by environment. Number three, ambivalent. Ambivalent does not interact with environment. Number four, disorganized, lack of attachment. So these 4 stages is very, very important. That so if the child satisfies these 4 stages, can lead to attachment. So please focus these 4 stages, either parents, either teachers, either community, for their happiness, for their comfort. Coming into post-pandemic interventions. So far, we are discussing about the losses during pandemic, and also due to cause of the loss, we have seen different consequences. So when those who are suffering the consequences, how to come out from the consequences. So that is called as post-pandemic. So today, most of the schools, most of the colleges, they're eagerly opening open up their colleges and universities. And some of the private schools and the colleges already they started their classes through online. For example, Karnataka government already they given or issued the GO up to 5th standard not to start online classes for the children. And some of the colleges, some of the governments also not interested online courses. Online classes sometimes it leads to anxiety and the trauma. Why? Because the children are very small. And also we have to see their aptitude levels and also you see their anxiety levels and see their interest levels also is more important. Now the UGC and the respective governments seriously thinking to open the colleges and the schools. When they're going to opening the colleges and schools and the universities, please focus on post-pandemic interventions rather than the classes. Normally, the private institutions focusing the classes for their ranks. Name of the rank, they're getting the more money. My so-and-so institute, they got the first rank. They want to publicize. But whereas, as a psychologist, as a counselors, we have to see their anxiety levels. We have to see their emotional levels. We have to see their stress levels. We have to see their attitudes, their behaviors, their emotions. Then only we have to focus the classes. That's why I am focusing the post-pandemic interventions. The post-pandemic interventions is more important in every school, in every college, in every university. They should implement the post-pandemic interventions. is the number one, reconstruct. What do you mean reconstruct? Learning process. Learning the process. That is called as pedagogy. Pedagogy means is the art. What do you mean the art? The way the teacher seeing the students, the way the teacher interacting with the student, the way the teacher understanding the student the knowledge, the way the teacher understanding their ability, the way the teacher understanding their IQ levels, their emotions, and their personality. When they're understanding their knowledge level, being a teacher, go to their knowledge level and you have to teach. And also, you have to frame your methodology process. This is very, very important for the students. Why? Because they're already, under anxiety during pandemic period. We have to focus. We have to understand personality level. We have to understand their emotions. You have to understand their pain about the COVID-19. And also you have to see and you have to focus what is a mask, what is hands wash. When the children, when opening the schools, when they're coming with the mask, coming to the school, you have to see. That is called as reconstruct, that is called as learning process. Coming to leadership. The leadership means care, compassion, love, friendship, interpersonal relationship. The care is more important. So the way you see the student, the touching, the way you start the classes is the touching. The way you show, the way you see, the love is more important. The friendship is more important in between the student and the teacher. The friendship is more important between the parents and the children.
Excuse me, sir. So just to remind you, you have 1 minute left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. The focus on child's ethics and the values. And judgments means towards attitudes and behavior. And personalized response, that is called as the focus on. Intrinsic motivation means lift the mask of fear, anxiety. Engage the child as a learner. Once more, talk to the children about the virus. Example, show some pictures. Co-create a story about what is happening and happen about the future preventions. And the human approach is more important. That is called as well-being and positive development. So with regard to the metacognition, learning in different ways, higher order thinking and rebuild their knowledge. And coming into positive development of the child, the 5 stages: cognitive development, ability to solve the problems; social and emotional development, interact with others, helping self-control. Number 3, speech and the language development, understand and use language. Number 4, fine motor skills, picking, using, specifically hands. Number 5, gross motor skills, learns to sit and stand cool and the push. Development involves biological, psychological, and emotional changes. And also child preparation of adulthood, staying positive, avoiding the bad behavior, managing stress, give your time to children, playing, and also read to children, talk about COVID-19, take TV out of bedroom, limit phone exposure, stick to your commitments, give them responsibility, let them deal with loss, prepare them for balancing in the life. The last one, 5 measures of well-being. Well-being according to WHO, forming health as opposed to aspirations. One is physical well-being, encompasses diet, emotions, sleep, mental health. Number 2, social well-being, staying in touch, family, friends, society. Number 3, We all are in this together. Community well-being. Number 4, career well-being. State of being happy with professional choice. Number 5, financial well-being. Financial decisions. Healthy state of well-being. The last one, teaching is a relationship-based profession. Well-being, secure, positive development of a child. Without these two, there is no true meaning and value for the development of a child during this pandemic situation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I'll have to request everyone to log in again because we only have 2 minutes left. So
Yeah.
we will start with the interaction section after this, the question and answer, and followed by a vote of thanks. Okay, so I'm going to end this and I would request everyone to sign in again. Thank you.
Thank you. Most welcome.
The speaker has not signed in as yet, so I'd like everyone to wait for a little bit. Okay, we're waiting for the speaker to sign in again so that we could start with the interaction session. Where is he?
The speaker.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to him.
Yeah.
He's not picking up the phone.
Yeah. Hopefully he will be back soon.
Oh, he's here. He's here.
Oh, good that. Good that.
Okay. Sir, can you hear me? Still processing.
It's still processing. Might not be able to hear you. But very soon we'll be able to get you. Yes. Yeah, wait for some time. He will be back. He'll be connected.
Okay.
Okay, good.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to open the the session for interaction. So anyone who has a question, who has a comment, can unmute themselves, and you can start with your question round.
You can type your questions in the chat box, please. Yes. If you have any questions, please type them in the chat box, please.
Then you can proceed to conclude.
Okay. Yes. If there are no questions,
Maybe very clear about it, Dan. Not because of that. Not it's a good lecture.
Hello.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Kiran see.
Yeah. Sir, my question is.
That Kiran see. Yeah.
I myself is Thia Kiran Singh, and I was the research scholar of Professor M.B.R. Raju, and right now I'm working as an associate professor in Government Medical College, Chandigarh. My question to sir is, see, we have many issues in online classes, and where concern in Chandigarh and where concern in all over India, the government is encouraging for online classes. and some of the private colleges, universities, schools, they make it compulsory, and they attend. They put attendance, and then it's not even not only that, they are even taking the tuition fees. Those kind of stuffs are going on. So, in your opinion, after the post-pandemic, I don't know whether this pandemic is going to finish or not, but whether this kind of practice should be encouraged from psychological point of view. So that is my question, sir. Means whether it is stressing
Yeah.
to students.
Yes. Yeah, very nice question you asked me. See, some of the states cancel online classes. So,
செட்டிங் மாறி இருக்கு சார், ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை.
yeah.
இங்க மட்டும் கை வச்சா போதும். இந்த மைக்கில் மட்டும் வச்சுட்டு
சரி,
அதுல 2 ஆப்ஷன் வருது சார்.
சரி,
ஒன்று வந்து டயல் வருது, இன்னொன்று வந்து அந்த வாய்ஸ்க்கான இதே வருது.
சரி.
நீங்க அதுல கிளிக் பண்ணுங்க.
வாய்ஸுங்க போதும்.
ஆமா சார்.
சரி சரி. அப்புறம் இந்த மாதிரி இதெல்லாம் பேசுறாங்க, இது ஆட்கள்லாம் இருக்குது.
சரி, இவங்கெல்லாம் பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட் சார்.
பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ்.
ஆமா சார். ஆமா.
Hello.
பேசுறதுனா என்ன செய்யணும்? இது இப்போ நான் கூட இருக்காங்க.
Hello.
நீங்க பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் அவங்க ஏதாவது கொஸ்டின் கேட்டா நீங்க இது பண்ணலாம் சார்.
நம்ம கொஸ்டின் கேட்கணும்னா
kindly unmute.
நினைக்கிறேன் சார்.
Hello.
ஆமா.
I'm listening.
Yes.
See, clearly
yeah.
audible.
Yeah. Some of these states cancel online classes. See, during pandemic period, majority of the students losses. Because of the loss, we have already discussed the consequences. When they have some consequences, unless and otherwise, the particular schools or colleges not resolving their consequences, the teaching is not more effective for the children. This is very, very important. But as a psychologist, the particular private institutions or government institutions, before they open their classes, take psychologist support and help, give psychological counseling, and also conduct personality development or stress management training programs for the children to overcome their consequences. Then you have to start the classes. Without resolving their consequences, when they straight away you started the classes, it is not more fruitful to the students. We have a lot of research evidences is available. Thank you, Mr. Kiran Singh.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Bye.
Sure. Yes. Hello.
Yes.
We will take on one more question
Yes,
for
sir.
the speaker.
Yeah.
Yes, this is from Dr. Lalrem Rwati. The question is, can the speaker please elaborate on the effects of online classes for the parents who have to deal with the technological issues as well as the stress of classes at home?
Yeah, that is true. Very good question. See, during lockdown period, majority of the students suffering with stress, anxiety,
and so on. So that before start the classes or before open up the classes, the particular private schools or private management schools conduct online stress management classes. This is very, very important. And number two, they focus on what do you mean COVID-19. With COVID-19, what type of consequences we will see. Number three, we have to explain to students through online what do you mean the mask. What do you suppose when the student lift the mask, what are the problems, what are the consequences the child is going to be facing. And number two, if the child hand washing, this is also very, very important. Frequently washing the hands. So first of all, this is called as intrinsic motivation. We have to focus on intrinsic motivation about the lifting the mask. So when the children aware and understand the meaning of the mask, the meaning of the hands wash, and the third one is that when the children aware and understand the COVID-19, where it comes, how it comes, and what are the consequences. So when they aware and understand, then they go for the classes. When you are not clarifying these issues, the straight away conduct the classes, it is not fruitful to the students. Thank you.
Okay. We will now conclude with the interactive session. This has been upheaval of life and traumatic experiences of adolescents post-pandemic. Very good session. We were informed of the loss of adolescents during lockdown, which includes routine and structure, friendship and social interaction, opportunity and self-control. The consequences for these losses have also been highlighted. These consequences addresses the stress, anxiety, trauma, bereavement, and attachment faced by adolescents. And most importantly, the post-pandemic interactions such as reconstruction, relationships, and well-being were also elaborated. First of all, I would like to thank our speaker, Dr. MVR Raju, for his insightful lecture. I am sure we all have benefited greatly from this topic. I would also like to thank our much esteemed President, Dr. Panch Rambalingam, whose endeavor has made this webinar another success. Finally, dear participants, thank you all for your time and presence. Links for the feedback form will be given only to those who have registered for this session. The forms duly filled should be submitted within 1 hour for e-certificates. The next webinar will be on 27th June 2020, that is tomorrow, Friday at 11 a.m. We hope to see you then. This meeting has ended. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. One more announcement. Next week, Friday, we don't have the weekly seminar because we are having the international webinar. That's why next Friday, 4 to 5, there is no online seminar, because we are having 2nd and 3rd of July international webinar on helping children at home. That is the concept. That is the full day international event. Those who are not so far registered, you can kindly register. Today, 5 o'clock is the last date for registering. So far, around 1,800 people have registered. Our platform is about 3,000 capacity. Thank you very much. சிவா அது வந்தது கனெக்ஷன், அந்த ஒரு செஷனு கரெக்டாக வந்தது. ரெண்டாவது அப்புறம் ரீஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணால் மறுபடியும் மாறும்ல. அதனால அது வரல போல இருக்கு. நாமளும் அதை ட்ரை பண்ணல, அந்த ஒரு இதோட அப்படியே விட்டுட்டோம். இது வந்து நமக்கு அந்த 2ஆம் தேதி ப்ரோக்ராமுக்கு தான் இது வேணும். ஆமாம், அதில் கரெக்டாக வந்தது. இப்போ நான் அந்த அனுப்புகிற லிங்க்கில் நிறைய பேர் பார்த்துருக்காங்க, அனுப்பி விட்டேன் எல்லாருக்கும். அதான் அது அதுக்கப்புறம் முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. இது அந்த 2வது லிங்க்கு 2வது தடவை நம்ம அதை க்ரியேட் பண்ணலை. அப்படியா? அது ஏன் ஸ்டீம் கொடுக்கணுமா? கொடுத்துட்டேன். ம்